Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to 8 Ball Sports, and today I'm bringing you a post-game analysis of the Mississippi State LSU game, which Mississippi State made a statement, as you can tell by the title, shocking LSU, or at least I think shocking most fans. I have a friend that is a Mississippi State fan, and he told me that he thought they were going to win this game, and he was right. This was a dominating game on both sides of the ball for Mississippi State. And I think it's a big thing. I think they could be the runner-up in the SEC West behind only Bama. I don't see another team on that side of the SEC, or really in the SEC altogether, that really, I think they're gonna be challenged. But right now, from that performance today, they're looking great. So some quick stats: LSU, Darius guys, 15 carries, only 76 yards. Right there, we know how good he is. Fournette said he was going to be even better than he was, and tonight he didn't look like he was an elite running back. He did not look like a top 5 running back in college football. He looked like just a normal running back. 15 carries, 76 yards, no touchdowns. And then Darrell Williams, 5 carries, 29 yards, and he had the lone rushing touchdown. The alone touchdown at that point, or for that matter. Real quickly, I always preface this in basically every post-game analysis. I just love the sport of college football, and I love to watch all the games. Yes, I'm an Ohio State fan, but I watched this game. Not really real exciting, I guess, and I feel like I should make an analysis on this because it's a surprising game. So passing for LSU, Danny Etling, 13 for 29, 137 yards. Good thing here he didn't turn it over, but also no touchdowns. I think LSU's still looking for a quarterback, and I'm not saying that Etling's not the guy, but I don't think he's the guy yet, because I don't think they've developed him enough. I think I had a voice crack right there, but he's not terrible, but he's not going to lead this team to key victories against good teams. You put him up against a good team, I don't think he can lead this offense, and teams start loading the box to stop Geis, and what is he going to do? Receiving, really nothing to talk about for LSU. Darrell Williams had 37 yards on 2 catches, and DJ Clark 23 for 3 catches. I mean, none of the receivers really had a huge game. I don't think anyone had over 3 catches in the game, so nothing really there. Mississippi State, this is where we're going to need to talk. Arius Williams, 23 carries for 146 yards. They fed him the ball, and it paid the dividends. No touchdowns, but he was a hard runner. He got the carries, and he just kept pounding. And then Nick Fitzgerald, great game, I would say, for him. 4 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 through the air, so 2 on the ground, 88 yards on 14 carries for him as well. And he is good. I don't actually know if he's a sophomore, junior, senior, but I'm pretty sure he's not a senior. So he could be, the future's bright in my eyes for Mississippi State, because this is their first big win. Like last year, we saw flashes of Nick Fitzgerald being bit good, really good, but I don't think we really necessarily saw him against the top tier teams be really good. This is a start. This was a great game against a good defense in LSU, and he showed up. Passing 15 to 23, 180 yards, didn't throw a pick, and 2 more touchdowns. As I mentioned, he had 4 total. Receiving the ball for Mississippi State, they had one key guy, Keith Mixon, 6 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. I don't think anyone else had over 2 catches, so he was the main guy. And then Dedrick Thomas, 1 catch, 20 yards, had the other touchdown. Kicking, Mississippi State 3 for 3. LSU didn't try a field goal, so they were 0 for 0. Penalties, I'm putting in this. I've kind of not been mentioning penalties and third down rates, which is something I did do last year. So I'm going to bring that back, because I haven't done those in any of the past post-game analysis, but they're key parts of this game. LSU, 112 yards in penalties, 9 penalties for 112 yards. Mississippi State, only 5 for 49 yards. So, LSU kind of shot themselves as well. I don't think it really would have made a huge difference, but they did do that. And LSU, 3 for 13 on third downs. What's going to get overlooked in this game is how good, as Dante Pettis just returned another punt return for touchdown, but is how good Mississippi State's defense played in this game. Because they're going to look at Nick Fitzgerald's performance, they're going to look at Keith Mixon's performance, they're going to look at Arius whatever his last name, Williams' performance. But the defense showed up. And I know LSU's offense is not the best, but their defense looked elite. They looked like Alabama's defense out there playing against LSU. Jeffries Simmons, the guy who in the pregame was getting into it with some LSU player, he had a great game. He backed up that smack talk that he was talking. This is the first time since 1984 that LSU has lost when being ranked to Mississippi State at Mississippi State Stadium. So it's pretty, big win. That's over 30 years now. That's 33 years, and Mississippi State finally gets to celebrate at home a win over them. You look at this score, and the announcers mentioned this at the end of the game, so I am kind of taking this from them. But if you look at this score, you could say this was a what happened? Something had to happen. There's no way Mississippi State actually beat LSU by this much. But they did. There were not that many fluke plays. There were a few maybe, but there were no big fluke plays. And it was just dominant. Dominant on defense and dominant on offense. LSU didn't have an answer for either, and that's simply why they lost this game. Also, I love the fans chanting the na 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 goodbye. I love it when fans get involved with chants. I love hockey, so I like it when fans will start, not necessarily screaming at the player, but chanting in unison, something that's kind of not necessarily mean, but just, I want to say sarcastic, but that's not really the right word. Anyway, I love it when fans do that. So I loved that. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think I do. So I guess that'll be the end of this video. A little bit of a shorter post-game analysis, but that's because it was it was pretty simple. Mississippi State won on offense, they won on special teams, they won on defense. And they deserved to win this game. There was no fluke. I mean, this was not a fluke. I think Mississippi State is a top 3 team in the SEC. I think they will be the second best team in the SEC West. I think them and Georgia could maybe fight out for the second one. I don't see Ole Miss being better than Mississippi State. And that's really the only other team. I mean, not the only other team, but that's the main team. I don't know. That's a rivalry game. That they could lose that one, but I think this team is going to be good. I do think they're going to lose to Bama. I'm not saying they're going to be Alabama or anything, but this is a solid team, an overlooked team. I think they will be ranked next week because they definitely deserve it. I think LSU won't drop out of the top 25, but will probably drop into the 20s. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It would really mean a lot. There's going to be 3 more post-game analysis coming out after this. I have one for Vanderbilt, Kansas State, Clemson, Louisville, as well as Texas and USC. Texas USC games at halftime. Clemson Louisville one just came back on, and the Kansas State Vanderbilt game is late in the 4th quarter. So exciting things. Going to go back to watching those. But again, if you liked it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel so you can watch those other post-game analysis as well as any of the ones I've done earlier today. I did the Memphis UCLA game as well as the Tennessee Florida game. So please be sure to go check those out. And if you just love college football, if you love any sport, I'm probably going to be doing some NFL post-game analysis tomorrow. Over maybe some big games. I didn't do any last week, and I think I will be making my predictions once again. So maybe some NFL predictions, some college predictions throughout the next weekdays. So if you look forward to that, please subscribe to the channel. Comment down your opinion. Who do you think is going to win the SEC East? Was my question in the Tennessee Florida game. So go ahead and answer that. And do you think Mississippi State is a top 3 team in the SEC? Comment yes, comment no, and then comment your reason. Yes because this performance was dominant, or no because I think these 2 teams are better, and obviously Alabama's better. So leave that down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later.